Oh, now don't let yesterday take too much of the new day. Only a pessimist sees difficulty in every single opportunity. You need to embrace the new day, see it as a brand new start.
Yeah, now it's a brand new day, and today is also World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. This day is a really important day celebrated globally, and an opportunity to reflect on our choices when it comes to the elderly around us.
Welcome to your #1 premium breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. And as usual, it's going to be a refreshing and action-packed edition. It's going to be 3 hours of non-stop entertainment. Yeah,
now thank you for joining us this morning and making a date with us on today's show. My name is Yomi Obe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Now you can stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook at TVC Connect. You can also send in your comments, contributions, use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah, make sure to download our app as well on the mobile store, both on the iOS store and the Android store. Now this app lets you watch us anywhere you are in the world.
Yes, indeed. Now, of course, the download comes at no cost to you whatsoever. It's a free app, so it's just the best way to watch this show and so many other great shows on TVC. But for those that can go online as well, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's tvcentertainment.tv. That way, you can catch up with any of our past editions and all those lovely clips from the kitchen, some of our DIYs, some of our live performances. Everything's right there on YouTube.
Yes, indeed. And of course, on Fridays, you can check us out live by 2:30 p.m. On Instagram for something extra.
Yeah, I like that. Something extra. Wake Up Nigeria extra. Last week's was really fun. We should talk about that a little later on.
Yeah.
But let's tell everyone what's happening today. We're starting the day off with a dose of inspiration with Daily Vulnerables. As always, Chude Jidowo has some wise words to share with us.
Time is a function of emotion. When you're having fun, and this is a real thing that I can't remember the research on this now. When you're having fun, time goes fast. When you are sad.
Well, also going to be taking a trip down memory lane this morning at the most eventful things that have taken place in the past.
And we'll be taking a quick look at what's new in the world of technology with tech updates.
Now, Oladipupo Clement is a trusted wealth creation and retention coach with that. And what we're seeing now is 180 seconds around the world taking a trip.
And that trip is going to be an interesting one today. We're going to Bali. Have you ever thought about a place like Bali before? Maybe you wanted to find out what it's like. We have some clips to show you just about that. It's a lovely island, really beautiful place. Yep. And that should be interesting to find out more. And as businesses struggle to come back after the lockdown, Oluwatobi Ali, a business management consultant and author of Certified Goal to Success Coach, he'll be talking about the art of selling. It is an art.
And then we have something else coming up this morning.
Ronti is an opera singer.
Now she is a crossover recording artist, very versatile, and she's going to be joining us this morning.
Yeah,
over the weekend, Abuja people went to a driving concert. Driving concert now changed to...
Changed to what?
I heard about that.
So you know, everybody, if you're going to do anything, our businesses have evolved this time, and whatever you're going to do, driving. Incidentally, there was this a few months back, before even the lockdown, I'd seen this popular fast food that they were putting up new drive-through centers. I was like, wow. So coming back now, it does make sense. So there was supposed to be a driving concert in Abuja and all of that, and Naira Marley was the headline.
Okay.
And
What happened?
You packed their cars and just came out.
Really?
Yeah. And now
goodness
I mean, obviously there's now calls for him to be arrested, and there's the Jabi Lake Mall where it held has been shut down.
In fact,
So it's now under lock and key. And so we're looking, I don't know, I'm not sure what else is they're going to do, whether they're eventually going to arrest Naira Marley. I'm sure he's even left Abuja. But, yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, apparently initially they were all in their cars behaving themselves, and then
suddenly.
You know, I mean, it's Naira Marley we're talking about here. You don't expect you to behave yourself all through.
Okay, so it does depend on your audience. Well, so I'm saying the audience now. So it's just like when we had the same artist had a concert at a particular hotel here in Lagos. Who remembers that? Remember where they jumped the fence? Are you kidding me? You forgot that they jumped the fence?
Yes, they did.
So it's the people that follow
you're
these
talking about
artists.
people that have been crying out that, look, man, I've been locked indoors. I've not let loose and all of that. You know, and under the right atmosphere, I normally say it, anybody can do almost anything. So if you're going to go, and this is Abuja. Abuja is somewhere where I know some big artists that tell you that, man, look, Abuja is not the town where you expect crowd. Those people, you know how Abuja they are. They're not like Lagos. This is Abuja. If it was Lagos, I said, okay, Lagos now, you can get, but this is Abuja. So, you know, even if you don't want to compose, when you think that you're in Abuja, I've been to that town, twice. When you enter the town, the way the place is, you yourself, you compose yourself. Because you don't know who is who. Everybody has like 5 escorts or something.
Anyway, now, I mean, it's very strange now that it's been locked down, because all the businesses that are operational there, I don't know what's going to happen to them, because those ones, through no fault of theirs, have now essentially are going to arrive this morning. There's going to be no work. Eventually,
I guess they'll probably, you know, everything will settle down. But I'm wondering the reason for shutting down the entire place, because it's a really big place. It's a really big mall. And I believe it was a big compound they were using for the concert. So, why the whole mall? I guess.
Why shut it down?
Why shut down the whole mall?
It was just a statement yesterday, and it was just that statement. They didn't give a reason. They just said, okay, that. And they didn't even from the statement, they didn't even link it to the concert.
So typically, if a mall management, if the management of a mall like that wants to do something, they have to take permission to do it. So obviously, they would have guaranteed that they would follow the rules. You get, and once you can't guarantee that, then obviously, I mean, you're going to be punished.
So the issue now was, should it have been stopped in its peak? Why are we reactive? Shouldn't we have been proactive? So, okay, we know that this could happen, so we have probably a line. You normally see it when well-organized concerts. You have a line of security officials, a barricade or something in front of the cars, so that you preempt. Isn't that what we should be doing as a country, preempting and being proactive? So
so maybe they should have done that.
This is reactive and all that.
Maybe they should have done that.
If they did, almost all across the whole country, being reactive, we should preempt.
And hopefully, you know, someone is listening, because we don't want something like that to happen again. Well, it's about time for me to take a news update. And in a separate incident in Borno State, one person was killed and many others injured after Nigerian soldiers attacked officials of the COVID-19 committee. The soldiers, disregarding the interstate travel ban, forced their way through the entrance gate to Borno and allowed hundreds of illegal travelers into the town. The soldiers rammed through a patrol truck of the State Rapid Response Squad, forcing the vehicle to somersault. And all local security personnel in the vehicle sustained injuries. The driver of the RSS truck died hours later at the Borno Specialist Hospital. 3 women, including a pregnant woman and a baby, sustained fractures.
It is very obvious that there is synergy between the COVID and the security. If these people had been restricted at the interstate border, they wouldn't even have arrived at Abuja, not to talk of being moved into. So I think there will be a fostering understanding and synergy in the operations of both the committee and the military to ensure that our different mandates are carried out to the fullest.
The soldiers, according to what the CEO told us here, that the soldiers were alerted that there's a possible attack on the road. So when they came in and saw these people, the committee members on their duty post. That is why they now started exchanging, talks with the people, members of the committee, and they attacked them. But at the end of the day, we now, draw the attention of the garrison commander, and he immediately called the commanding officer in charge of that unit.
Agatu local government area in Benue State is in crisis following the killing of 10 persons in the early hours of today. More than 20 persons are also missing, while scores sustained injuries in a bloody communal conflict involving Egba, Adugbe and Adana communities in Agatu. The crisis, which erupted at about 6 a.m., was executed with the help of mercenaries, some of whom have been arrested by troops of the military spike operation, codename Operation Wihiri Stroke. According to a community leader in the area who spoke on condition of anonymity, 2 communities, Egba and Adugbe, had mobilized their youths and also hired mercenaries who stormed Adana village when the people were preparing to head to church for Sunday service. When contacted, the force commander of Operation World Stroke, Major General Adeyemi Yekini, who declined comments on the matter, referred journalists to the Defense Headquarters, ZHQ, Information Department, for details. On her part, the State Police Public Relations Officer, Deputy Superintendent Catherine Anene, confirmed the attack, saying the police had recovered 3 corpses. Now to Abuja, where the presidency has reacted to the security incident at the Aso Villa last Thursday. Senior Special Assistant to the President, Garba Shehu, in a statement released yesterday, assured that the President Muhammadu Buhari is not in any danger arising from the recent incident. Among occupants of the State House, which led to the arrest of some of the staff by the police. The statement says, and I quote, "The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Muhammadu Buhari, is not and was not at any time in any form of danger arising, either from deadly infections or the reported incident by security personnel," end quote. He said the incident, which happened outside the main residence of the President, is being investigated and the law will be allowed to take its course. A day after the APC National Working Committee vetted his disqualification from the APC governorship primaries, Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has paid a visit to his counterpart in Rivers State, Governor Nyesom Wike. Details of the closed-door meeting at Government House, Port Harcourt, are still unknown, but the visit comes amid rumors of his possible defection to the People's Democratic Party. The APC committee had hinged its decision on what it termed defects in certificates tendered by the governor, stressing that they were wary of a repeat of the Bayelsa governorship election scenario. And from Rivers State, Governor Obaseki moved on to the government house in Akwa Ibom State, where he also held a closed-door meeting with Governor Udom Emmanuel. Meanwhile, a faction of the APC in Edo State has recommended the expulsion of Governor Obaseki, the chairman of the party, Anselm Ojezua, as well as the state women leader, Dr. Aisosa Amandazu, from the party for alleged anti-party activities. Addressing newsmen in Benin City, a factional chairman of the Edo State chapter of the party, David Imuse, accused the governor and some of his key supporters of working to undermine the party. But the factional chairman, Anselm Ojezua, in a phone interview with TVC News, denied the factionalization of the party in the state. He insists he remains the only legally recognized chairman of the party in Edo, describing the call for his expulsion as an act of desperation. And that's it on the news update for this hour. We'll be taking a quick break and then return with sports.
You know the beauty, you know the thing about time. I talked about this before. time is a function of emotion. When you're having fun, and this is a real thing that I can't remember the research on this now. But when you're having fun, time goes fast. When you are sad, time goes slowly. What happens is that emotions are the energy of life. So how you feel actually determines how you experience time. If you are happy, then you can do your work fast. You can do it with excitement. You can look up and, my God, 8 hours have gone. When you are depressed and unhappy, you can look at the time and be like, oh my God, I've only spent 30 minutes. Because the way we experience time depends on how we feel inside. Our emotions determine our experience of reality. You cannot experience reality different from how you feel. Your feelings color everything. When you are angry, it feels like everything is going wrong. When your heart is, like, this is the beautiful thing. When you are in love, everything is beautiful. The house, the trees, the lights, your neighbor, the gatesman, everybody is beautiful. The trees, when you have your heart broken, those same trees become ugly, terrible. You feel as if that same house that you couldn't leave wants to choke you. Time is an objective phenomenon, but it's also experienced subjectively. If you want to learn about time management, you have to learn about emotion, or what they call self-management. You have to control how you feel. For instance, when you come to the office and you come with enthusiasm, then it's likely that the time will fly by fast.
Very true. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So a few things.
Yeah.
So you had a nice conversation last Friday. So talk to us about that.
So for those that don't know, we have Wake Up Nigeria Extra that comes around every Friday from 2:30 on Instagram Live. Now, this gives us an opportunity to speak with some really interesting people online. And the conversation I had with Bisola last week was really interesting. It was her daughter's birthday on the same day, but she still gave us a whole hour of her day to have a really interesting conversation. This is what we talked about. Wake Up Nigeria Extra, coming to you live from the Wake Up Nigeria studios right here at TVC. And well, this is our little effort towards bringing you some more amazing interviews at a different time of the day. We know that a lot of you are not tuned in early in the morning, so this is one of the reasons why you should tune in, because we have amazing guests pop into the studio to hang out with us all the time. But of course, with the lockdown, yeah, so that's how it started on Friday, and the questions, comments, and everything that was coming up on Instagram were really encouraging. A lot of really happy comments, a lot of, you know, hearts and likes and everything. And then, of course, a lot of people sent in questions online for Bisola ahead of time. So she talked a lot about how her journey started. She also talked about how, you know, how she's been a single mom, and how obviously challenging it's definitely been for her.
I mean, she does a bunch of things now. She acts, she sings. I've seen her compare like 2 events I've been at. Yeah, so quite a number of things she does. Yeah.
And you know, how she's built friendships and relationships with people she's worked with. For instance, she did talk a bit about her friendship with Adesua and Bimbo as well, from Sugar Rush, the movie. So there was quite a lot that happened. If you didn't catch it, you can always go onto our Instagram page or onto YouTube and you'll probably see a clip. There was also something else that was trending over the weekend. Now, Cobham Zasukwo is the multi-talented producer, artist, actor now. He acts too. Oh, yeah. He acts in, you know, does some skits and things like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the ones with Ike and all of that.
People were talking about him because he in his studio, he had like a mini concert where he remixed some songs, and it just felt so amazing to watch. And it doesn't feel like he's visually challenged at all. It feels like, you know, people actually ask me sometimes, like, are you sure this guy can't see?
Now that we're going out and Okay, let's feel a bit of it. Let's go.
Nobody, 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 nobody.
Next one.
Woo!
So it is why.
Goodness me! Live editing.
Is it why they said he's the owner of the song and all that?
So
I don't know why people were so hyper and got that. I'm not of that school of thought because of some, recently Sinachi's Waymaker was also remixed by Michael Smith, by big artists, and made her the #1 gospel songwriter on Billboard for like very long time. And so we've seen remixes of her song, and then I think there was this international news agency that put up I think it was Michael Smith or something, and then somewhere in between, they just gave us some recognition, some mention. Look, man, the originator or the writer of the song is the Don. If the person had not done it, or Benny, you won't come and say you want to do a cover. So don't disrespect Joe Boy.
When you hear,
don't disrespect. Don't, man.
If you hear the all the covers they did for Adele's Hello, for instance, I mean, there were some really, really good covers. The one done by Joe, for instance, was fantastic. And so at the end of the day, you like those covers because of their own feel to the original song. But then you always go back to the original. Because at the end of the day, after you've listened to all the covers, you're going to listen to
I didn't watch it, but I saw the comments yesterday. Like, oh no, that Komazuri is the one that sounds like Joe Boy, and the Genetti did a cover. This is the reality. It's something doing you.
No,
it's something doing you.
The song was good enough for Cobams to cover. So there was a time that there was a producers battle online. Right? And they didn't call Cobams to join. They know why they didn't call him to join, because they knew that if they put Cobams inside that mix, all of them were going to sit down somewhere. I'm a big Cobams fan, so I'm definitely biased. But my issue is recognizing that kind of talent from Africa all over the world. I feel like someone like Cobams should already have a Grammy right now. The kind of production skill he has and writing skill he has, I don't know. I feel like
he's really good.
He's really fantastic.
One of the things that I know he does very well is that, when an artist comes to him with an idea of a song, whatever it is that they want to do, he's able to bring out what you have in your mind, which is a skill that you should have as a producer, because then you'll be able to make someone who would otherwise not be a star, you can then convert him to a star.
True. The thing about when you see people who, we basically have 5 senses in our head. In fact, all the senses of the body are in the head, from touch, sight, smell, taste, and all of that. I don't know, so what happens is that he has sharper ears. For instance, you've heard that thing before, that when people are looking for an address somewhere, they are driving, you notice that if the music is loud, they turn down the music. And then somebody's like, what's the connection between turning down the music and trying to search for somewhere? What happens is that your brain is like a CPU. So amongst the 5 senses, you've divided memory, or you've divided the space, or what it can use amongst all those 5 senses. When you shut down one, it's more or less like the other 4 have more to work with.
They're enhanced, I guess.
You understand? So his ears now, they are just, because of the ears are on the hyperdrive.
Well, big shout out to Cobams. Yesterday there was some sad news that came to us. It was yesterday afternoon I got to hear that sadly, heaven has gained an angel, and that's in the person of Ibidun Igodalo. Apparently she passed away yesterday around 2 a.m. Was when the call was received that she had passed away. Now our heart goes out to her family, friends, loved ones. She was someone that touched many lives, and she had a very powerful story. She talked about her struggles with fertility for many, many, many years, and she was a model. She was the CEO of Elizabeth R. Events. So she was all around.
She was a lot of things. Eventually she opted for adoption. She adopted two children. And also, I mean, quite a number of things that she was involved in as well. She started her own Ibidu Godalo Foundation. And also, many people don't know that, but she's the owner of the Dorchester Event Center. Somewhere in Lekki, you know, nice location, the Dorchester. And so she owns that and quite a number of other establishments as
Rentals, you know, she should do everything.
Rentals, yes. Elizabeth R is rental events, quite huge. She just moved to Awolowo Road in Ikoyi.
The most remarkable thing for me was that she said when a number of people, women who are beneficiaries of her foundation, they said something remarkable. They said, whenever they have issues with childbirth and they come to meet her, this is what she does. She'll pray with them, support them, spiritually and financially. So she would ensure that she'll pay for the IVF. And that was very remarkable. It's not just in this. I was talking to a friend yesterday. I was like, in this world, somebody comes to me with something. It's not enough to say, okay, let me hold your hand and pray for you. No, it's not enough. If you really want to go for that, you need to find out exactly what's happening. And that's what she did with that foundation. So she'll pray with you, and then she'll pay for IVF. And a number of women conceived through that. And for that,
so, I mean, details of what happened have not really emerged. Everybody's saying cardiac arrest, but, you know, whatever happens, if the family does decide to put out
maybe we'll know better.
A statement, then we'll probably know. But if not, I think let's just pray for the family,
it was
the children and her husband as well.
Now, you know what? I don't want to get emotional on TV right now, but honestly, it was a hard one to hear, a really hard one to hear. We're going to be taking a quick break now and be back with more on Wake Up Nigeria. Hello. Now, if you're working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. You know, the end result is always worth that investment of time and energy.
Now, one way to handle life's challenges is facing them. So do not let those fears hold you back.
Honestly, that's the worst thing you could do. Let fear take over and then just abandon everything. Please don't do that. Welcome to the second hour of your premium family entertainment breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much for letting us into your homes every single morning.
Yeah, now safety is really, really key. And make sure you don't get carried away with any situation or run into crowds and things like that. Maintain safety, keep your hands clean. Social distancing, very important. Wear a face mask.
Please do.
The coronavirus, you know, the death rates keep increasing, and also infection rates as well. So please be careful out there.
Now, once you have your most important accessories, now your face mask and of course your alcohol-based hand sanitizer, you can go out there into the public, but just make sure you do maintain the social physical distancing. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Ope. Now, don't forget that we're online right now. tvcentertainment.tv is the website. And also on Facebook at TVC Connect.
We also have an amazing app for you, available to download for both Android and iOS. With this app, you can watch this great show and, of course, so many other great shows on TVC from anywhere in the world.
Now, for more videos of this show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, TVC Entertainment. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really easy to find. You'll see short clips and also full editions of the show as well. Really nice. You should go check it out. Actually,
someone tagged me in a clip from 2018, a particular outfit I wore in 2018. And I've been looking for that outfit just because you tagged me with it. And it was such a great look. And I was like, oh my gosh, we look so cool. Yeah, so you can see all we've done, all the amazing activities, all of them right there on YouTube. You can also catch us live every Friday from 2:30 p.m. on Instagram for a little something extra.
All right, let's go straight to the rest of this morning's highlights. We've got some historical nuggets for you coming up on This Week in History.
Then we have Oladipupo Clement, a trusted wealth creation and retention coach with a career that spans over 2 decades. He joins us on Motivation to speak on how to plan and achieve your financial dreams.
And then in 180 seconds, we're going to be taking a trip to the beautiful island of Bali.
And as businesses struggle to make a comeback after the lockdown, Oluwatobi Ali, a business management consultant, author, certified Goal to Success coach, will be talking about the art of selling.
Now, this lady, Ranti, is an opera and crossover recording artist, versatile in folk, jazz, and pop music, and has won several awards to her name. Her debut folk recording, Iwe Kiko, was particularly a hit in 2016, and she's well known.
Beautiful. It'll be great to talk to her, Auntie. She's also a mom of twins. Amazingly, yeah, she has twin kids.
So there was this program I was listening to on the radio over the weekend, and somebody called into the program, and the person said, Baba Ibeji. Okay, Baba Ibeji, no, it's Baba Ibeji. He said, I have 2 sets of twins.
Wow.
I was like, wow. So there are some people that I've actually seen a situation where triplets, twins.
There's some very fertile people out there.
Is that about fertility? I don't know. Triplets, twins.
Yeah, I mean, after you had the triplets and the twins, come on now. Yeah. No, you had triplets.
Some people, they take that verse literally, that be fruitful and multiply. So
replenish the earth. Oh my God.
Replenish and people. So imagine. So there was this. There was this other one that I don't know what to say. Yeah. But triplets, marrying triplets. Like last month or so, it was trending.
That's a conversation we can't continue right now. We have
Very nice. Okay.
Ibrahim standing by for the news update, but that's an interesting conversation. We should talk about that later. Ibrahim,
where you been, man?
I decided to take some days off. Well, we call it leave, though. It's good to see you guys again. All right, welcome to the news. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 403 new cases of COVID-19 overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 16,085. Of the new figure, Gombe State recorded the highest number of cases with 73, followed by Lagos with 68, and then Kano with 46. Edo recorded 36 cases, Abuja 35, Nasarawa 31, Kaduna has 17, Oyo 16, Abia 15, Delta and Borno 13 cases each. Plateau 8, Niger and Rivers 7 each, Enugu and Ogun 6 cases each, Kebbi 3, while Ondo, Anambra and Imo recorded 1 case each. A total of 5,220 people have been discharged, while the country has recorded 420 deaths. Agatu local government area in Benue State is again in crisis following the killing of 10 persons on Sunday. More than 20 people are also missing, while scores sustained injuries in a bloody communal conflict involving Egba, Adugbe and Adana communities. The attacks were executed with the help of mercenaries, some of whom have been arrested by troops of the military spike operation codenamed Operation Wellstroke. According to a community leader in the area who spoke on condition of anonymity, 2 communities, Egba and Adugbe, had mobilized their youths and also hired mercenaries who stormed Adana village when the people were preparing to head to church for Sunday service. The State Police Public Relations Officer Deputy Superintendent DSP Catherine Aneni confirmed the attack, saying the police had recovered 3 corpses. The United Nations has condemned the violent attacks on Monguno and Ngazai local government areas in Borno State, in which some civilians were allegedly killed and her humanitarian facility was damaged. UN coordinator in Nigeria, Edward Callan, said he is appalled by the raids just days after at least 81 persons were killed in Gubbio. He says he is relieved that all staff are safe and secure due to the protective security measures deployed at the facility. Let's talk some politics now. A day after the APC National Working Committee vetted his disqualification from the APC governorship primaries, Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has paid a visit to his counterpart in River State, Governor Nyesom Wike. Details of the closed-door meeting at the Government House, Port Harcourt, are still unknown. But the visit comes amid rumors of his possible defection to the People's Democratic Party. And from Rivers State, Governor Obaseki moved to the government house in Akwa Ibom State, where he also held a closed-door meeting with Governor Udom Emmanuel. And outside Nigeria, the emerging details of the fatal police shooting of 27-year-old Rashad Brooks in Atlanta has fueled debate over use of force, with a high-ranking Democrat saying the situation did not require the officer to take the deadly action. Atlanta's police chief resigned on Saturday, hours after the killing of a black man who had fallen asleep in his car while waiting in line at the fast food drive-through restaurant. Authorities said Rashad Brooks resisted arrest and was shot during a struggle. Garrett Rolfe and Devin Bronson had the two officers involved in the fatal shooting of Brooks were fired and placed on administrative duty, respectively. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating the shooting. And as a news update for this state.
Welcome back. It's about time for us to take a quick look at the headlines in the dailies. And despite the rain, the papers got
eventually arrived.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We have these headlines on the cover of The Guardian starting us off right now. It says here, importers lose 15 trillion naira to pandemic in Lagos ports. Scores of cargoes stuck over infrastructure deficit, others. NPA deploys barges for evacuation, and shippers demand concession. Clearing agents decry huge unpaid demurrages. And yeah, it does sound scary, the amount of demurrage that would have accrued over the pandemic period. It's an unbelievable amount, actually. Presidency denies missing 23 billion naira in SDG's office. Buhari safe after Aso Rock shooting, says presidency. The Mieti Allah provocations, an editorial on page 12. And how to retool Nigeria for effective COVID-19 fight by experts. Just beneath the photo story there, it says Obaseki, Wike hold secret talks. Aid flays unjust disqualification as governors caution NWC on fairness. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
We've got this day here. Buhari orders probe into State House shooting. President not in harm's way from incident or COVID-19, says presidency. A few other stories. Obaseki parleys Wike Emmanuel PDP NWC over Edo governorship ticket. A World Bank with more transparency. Federal government recovers $3 billion from oil sector. And finally, Dangote boosts diversification with maiden clinker shipment to Senegal. That's it on this day.
I have the Punch newspaper here with me now, and it says Villa shooting. Aisha's ADC, escort commander, riot cops may face panel this week. Security breach to top IG management teams meeting today. Now, DSS operative attached to Buhari's nephew fired shots, according to a source there. And we have photo story there. 1 dies, 2 missing as car plunges into Kwara River. Moving to the top of the page here, darkness persists. Generation falls to 2,943 megawatts. 10 plants idle. Soldiers who rescued kidnapped kingpin Wadumi attacked us with machine guns, says policeman. And APC governors to meet Buhari. Obaseki consults Wike, Akwa Ibom governor. And I'll wrap it with this. Lagos woman allegedly assaulted by expatriate lovers cry for help. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
The Nation has the headline, Edo, PDP in tight corner over Obaseki's ticket bid. Governor visits Wike Udom. PDP aspirants won't step down for him. Adeboye to obey protocol as churches brace for reopening. And Ondo deputy governor heads for PDP. Wow. And Mali under attack for Abuja. performance. And finally, on the cover of The Nation, how Itwa Igodalo's wife, Ibidu, 40, died. That's it on The Nation.
I have the Daily Trust here, and it says COVID-19, or rather, let me take this one first. Buhari orders probe into State House shooting, crisis extension of family squabble. It says Aisha right to protect husband. Professor Sadiq says here, COVID-19, danger looms as Nigerians jettison safety measures. 3-month-old baby defiled in Nasarawa. Foundation sets post-lockdown strategies for Nigeria's growth. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Trust. All right.
We've got the Daily Sun, or do we have time for more?
I think it's about time we took fitness.
Okay,
Don't have enough time for the Daily Sun today, but it's always a great time for fitness.
Another edition of Fitness Segments. I am your coach, Classic Benga. Today we're going to be working on our upper bodies. Yes, for the guys, for the girls, you want to burn that upper body fat, you want to keep it trim, this is your routine. So today we're going to be doing some routines which are my favorite. We're doing push-ups, decline push-ups, incline push-ups, dips. So stick around, man. This is the dopest of all. So okay, let's go. We're starting with the incline push-up. So I'm using my chair. In case you don't have something like this, you definitely use your chairs at home. So place both hands on the chair, comfortable. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 more, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that is for the wide grip. Now if you want to do a closer grip, all you need to do is bring your hands closer. So let's do closer grip now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that is that for the inclined push-up. If you want to go more reps, trust me, you can go. Okay, so we're gonna be doing decline. I'm placing my legs on my chair with a wide grip foot. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, remember our close grip again. Place both hands very close to each other. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, it is okay to rest in between sets because I know it can be very difficult. Okay, so now we're going to be doing dips. Dips is good for your tricep. It also works on your biceps. And of course, your quads are going to feel it. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, by now your arms are supercharged. If you want to do some more, I would advise you rest in between sets. Remember to always rest, breathe easy, drink lots of water. So one more routine before we go, yeah? Nice. Okay, so this routine is basically simple. It's called incline planks. So I'm just going to be doing 20 seconds with my inclined planks, and then we'll call it a day. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's it. By now you can see I'm already sweating. So definitely I've been working. So do it like that, and of course, you're gonna burn those body fat. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, as you can see, he was sweating. So it shows that he has been working. He has been working. Yes, that's what we like to see. A good morning workout every single day. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And you're going to enjoy this as well. We're in the kitchen, people. And we have Chef Ben here with us. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Chef Ben. Now, Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen had a little hiatus for a while.
Yeah.
But now we're back.
It feels good to be back.
It does, yeah?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And being right here in the studio, it's just really great to see all these beautiful ingredients lined up in front of us. You need to tell us exactly what we're making today.
Okay, so today we're going to make 1 pot avocado shakshuka.
Shakshuka.
Shakshuka. Yes, shakshuka.
Okay, thankfully you pronounced that first so that nobody on Twitter will come after me for my tongue twisting.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. But you need to explain what that is.
Okay, so actually it's a Mediterranean dish that has been adopted into several cuisines.
Okay.
So it's a tomato-based and egg-based also dish.
Okay.
So we're going to have, so actually we're going to do something different this morning. In the recipe, I wrote 1 plum tomato.
Okay.
But I thought as much as, trying to do fresh plum tomatoes to show people and also to encourage eating fresh produce as well.
Of course.
So today we're going to do something special. We're going to infuse our own indigenous efirin into the dish. So usually you have basil, coriander as herbs into it, but we're going to add our own efirin to have a taste of
So let's go
Nigeria.
over all the ingredients one by one.
Okay, so here I have fresh tomatoes. Here I have salt. I have cumin powder.
Okay, just you can just point to them. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cumin powder. This is paprika. This is chili powder. This is vegetable oil. And then I have sugar here. And I have some fresh herbs for microgreens for garnish. I have efirin here. I have parsley. I have some chopped onions. I have some minced garlic. I have butter here. So we're going to serve today's shakshuka with garlic bread. Okay,
so we're going to make garlic bread, and then you're going to make the...
Yes.
Is it like a sauce or like a... What is it? Is it like a dip? What is it?
More like a stewy base, more like a sauce.
Okay, all right. What's the first thing we need to do?
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to turn on the gas, put some water in here, and then go ahead to do this boil right here.
So once we boil
So the process is just to, allow the water to boil and then cut the tomatoes into a square, like straight line, 1, 2. Then once the water boils, just throw it in there, take it out in like 59 seconds, and then you just peel off the skin. Then we can go ahead and do
Beautiful. So you're just trying to get the skin off the tomatoes?
Yes, exactly. Then we go on with the other
We're going to be showing you a little how to do that in a little while, but we have to take a quick break now. And we'll be back. Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Welcome back. Now, our Mondays typically start with a word or two of motivation from people who are trained to do this. And Oladipo Clement is a trusted wealth creation and retention coach with a career spanning 2 decades. He joins us this morning to talk about how to plan and achieve your financial dreams. I love this topic because it has to do with money. And he's joining us virtually this morning. Mr. Clement, thank you so much for joining us. I hope the audio is better now. Yeah, so we're talking about finances and the fact that it's something that we can achieve as You called it financial goals and all of that. Now, the issue of finance is a big issue for many Nigerians, especially during this period when it's a bit tough. And Nigeria, people are saying we're going into a recession. Can you just give us a background on why money is so important and the things that we can begin to do focusing on the rest of this year?
All right, so thank you so much once again for having me. Money is so crucial. Money pays bills. Money does a lot of things. There are many things money can buy though, but money is very important. One of my mentors even said that where there is no finance, there is no romance. So the impact of not having money even affects home. Lack of money affects family, affects nearly everything. But one of the things I've found out is that people really don't plan to fail. They just don't plan to succeed. And once you've already planned not to, when you've already planned not to succeed, you've automatically planned to fail. I share this all the time. You can't climb a ladder by accident, right? But you can fall off that ladder by accident. So living intentionally is one of those fundamental things that is missing for a lot of Nigerians. And it's not peculiar to Nigeria alone. Money problem is universal, and so is the principle for acquiring and retaining it as well.
Now,
so
Mr. Clement,
of course, the application will have to be geographical and will have to be contextual.
Yeah. Mr. Clement, I know that we don't have that much time. We'll just try and see if we can squeeze as much as we can into this conversation. One of the biggest challenges that I found with Nigerians is that most of us don't know how to handle money because we're not really educated in understanding financial things. So financial planning, for instance, is not something that anybody did in university. So when you talk about planning and all of that, it can be a bit confusing. So can you just give us like coach us a little bit on this, step by step?
All right. So
what are we supposed to know?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So let me just briefly summarize it into questions, 5 key questions. This is something I have used over the years, and it's what I use in coaching a lot of people. I'll be elaborating a bit more, at our Global Wealth Creation Summit later on this month. And anyone who is interested to get more details can log on to my Instagram and subscribe for that. It's free of charge. So, by the way, there are 5 key questions you must ask in order to develop a plan for any aspect of your life. And since we're talking about money right now, the very first question you must ask is, where am I? You see, the worst form of deception is self-deception. So I tell people all the time, anybody can deceive you. But the worst form of deception is the one that comes from you. So be very honest with where you are. And that's a question of location. Number 2 is, where am I headed? Where am I going? Financially speaking. So you describe exactly where you are right now. Financially, do you have a job? Are you underpaid or overpaid? Or whatever the issue is, describe what do you owe? Who do you owe? And then exactly where are you going? And then number 3, I beg your pardon, is how do I get there? This is the question of routes. What path do you want to follow? And then what resources do I need to get there? This is the question of vehicle. And number 5 is, when I get there, what must I do to retain and sustain what I've attained? And this is these are 5 critical questions. If I take time, I would only be able to even elaborate on just one here on the show. So, but asking these 5 key questions would help to navigate. All right. So then again, when it comes to the issue of vehicle, we're talking about resources. There are a number of resources that one can leverage on to arrive at the wealthy place. The wealthy place exists, and everybody can journey there. And there are a number of factors. Because we are pressed with time, I don't know.
Now,
I can't say much.
Yeah, I do understand. Now, for someone who, coming out of this global pandemic and, sort of starting afresh and all of that, let's say you just secured a job, it's not such a well-paying job, but at least it's something that can help you survive, essentially. How do you plan?
Yeah.
How do you say, these are some of the things that I want to achieve? Do I start thinking about investing some of the funds? Do I save? You know, how do I then have specific financial goals that I can start working towards?
Excellent. All right. So that's a very good question. Now, what I usually say to people, especially who are just starting, fresh graduate, just getting a job and all of that, the number one investment you have to make is investment in yourself. There's a connection between what you learn and what you earn. If you learn enough, you will earn enough. So if you're not happy with what you are earning, then something's fundamentally wrong with what you have learned. That you have gone through 4 walls of university doesn't mean you are adequately prepared for the workplace. And whatever amount of money you are getting right now is often a reflection of how much of skill, how much of capacity you have built over the years. And so if you further break it down per hour, hourly income, then you realize that you really are being underpaid. So, but the point is, the number one thing most people must do is invest in themselves, go for seminars, read books on finance, right? Then number 2 is, no matter how low, how small the income is, the rule of creating wealth is that rich people, invest first and spend whatever is left. Poor people, on the other hand, they spend first and invest whatever is left, if there is anything at all. So the rule is you prioritize saving first, investing first, no matter how small it is. I tell people, if you can't save on 100,000 Naira salary, it will be difficult for you to save on 1 million. And if you do that consistently over time, you have built the resilience to retain cash by way of emergency fund that will help you to access opportunities and also address emergencies that may otherwise throw you off balance. But because people live so carelessly, they put their needs first rather than their future first. And that's usually, and even if you invest or save 10% into an account that you do not have online access to, it will give you that discipline. And there are all kinds of apps today, all kinds. I don't want to begin to advertise for different platforms. I mean, there are all kinds of apps that can automate your savings and then will restrict your withdrawing from that account to ensure discipline. And that's one critical thing that people must do, no matter the level you are. You see, the essence of savings, right, is not essentially because of the amount of money you are putting aside, but the discipline it inculcates, the ability to postpone gratification is something that a lot of Nigerians don't have, all right? And we're always looking for get-rich-quick schemes, and that's why we fall into all those kind of scams and stuff like that.
Wow, thank you so much, Clement, for joining us this morning, talking about this.
Thank you for having me.
Very, very important. So no matter what you earn, no matter how small it is, you should be able to put something away for savings and investment. Oladipupo Clement there giving us some solid advice financially. And we're heading over to the kitchen now with more with Titi.
Thank you, Yomi. And I'm excited to be in the kitchen with Chef Ben. Now, Chef Ben is making something really interesting, and he's just about to start the process of making garlic bread to go with your, say it again, shush.
1 pod avocado shakshuka.
Shakshuka. I was about to say shukshuka, but
okay.
Hey, shakshuka is better.
So basically, I'm going to do a very quick method. You can also make your garlic bread from the very start, but because of time on this show, that's why I've decided to get this small baguette. So what you want to do is just to slice it out neatly this way.
Okay.
Not too big, not too small.
That's like a diagonal
slice.
Okay.
So once you have it here, just place it somewhere like this.
Okay.
Then what you need to do is to get butter into a bowl. Just gonna get.
So what type of butter is this? Is this real butter or margarine?
This is not margarine. This is real butter.
Real butter.
A lot of people. This is unsalted.
Unsalted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people, mix them up, margarine and butter or unsalted butter or whatnot. So I'm gonna add some parsley to this.
Parsley to the butter.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a pinch of salt.
Okay. Since it's unsalted butter.
This is unsalted, and I want some salt in there, and I'm gonna add just some drops of garlic. So this garlic, you grated the garlic? Yes, so just to, do some quick, so I minced actually. I grated some, then I minced, so I'm gonna use the grated part for the other things I want to do, so but this one is minced. You can also blend to puree as well.
So what's the next thing we need to do with the butter and the...
So the next thing we need to do is it's very important that the butter is in room temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so while the water is boiling, we can just toss in our tomatoes here, just to peel off the skin.
Go ahead. All right.
Be careful with the boiling water.
Of course. So you're not adding anything to that water at all?
No, so we're just going to leave it there for like 59 seconds or maximum of 1 minute.
1 minute.
So you need to allow the butter to be in room temperature because of the weather in here, so the butter is a bit clogged up.
Okay.
So now, once you mix all this up together, you just want to brush it on the bread and then put it in the oven that's on about 150 degrees. Just put it there for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it will be done. You see a golden brown and a very crispy color on the up there.
Right.
So by the time we want to serve it, we're going to serve it with a shakshuka, and you see what it looks like.
So now you said 59 seconds. I have a feeling it's almost that time now.
So what we're going to do is to take this out.
Pour the water.
Pour the water away.
Okay. All right.
So what you want to do is to carefully, by the time you bring it out, you see it's already
the skin has started peeling off.
Just something like this.
Ooh.
Okay. So.
Okay, so he's definitely going to be taking a while to peel off all the tomato skins. But as you can see, it's just peeling off really easily. And yeah, I think that method is one I'm going to keep at the back, in my back pockets there. I'm going to be taking a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more on Wake Up Nigeria. Tomatoes, isn't that sauteing?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not frying actually, and then I'm just beautifully slicing up the avocado in here, which is going to go in much more later. And
you mentioned something about the avocado being a particular texture. So how do you know when it's ripe?
Okay, so you could just possibly feel it.
Okay.
The stronger it is, that's the way you know it's not ripe. But when you feel it and you can see that, okay, at least it's a bit softened, then you know that, yes, it's a good texture. And then we have our garlic bread in the oven. Yeah, that's
Can I check it?
Yeah,
Can I just take a quick peek? All right. So that people can see what it looks like.
So this is what it looks like. So we're just going to leave it in there until we have it.
Just hold it there so that people can see.
All right, so we're going to leave it in there until we have a golden brown crust on top of it then. That's what we're going to serve it with. So the butter, the garlic, the salt, the parsley is going to, you know, all enter into
All right, fantastic. Yeah. So how long does that need to stay in the oven for?
Yeah, it depends on what temperature you're using. For 150 degree, you could leave it in there for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, for a higher temperature, you could reduce the time and then the...
All right, so this slicing of the avocado.
Yes.
Can you show us the process again?
Okay, so what I did is to slice the avocado into two, and then to take this out, you could just do something like that.
Use the knife.
Yeah, comes up. Once it comes up, you just slice this into two.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take out some part. Could also slice this into two. Then with the back of the knife, just peel down a bit.
So you trace I guess, between the skin?
Between the skin, yes. So you have something that is out here like this. Then you just cut through the lines.
All right. As you can see, Chef Ben has us covered with this meal today. I can't wait to see the finished product, and I have a feeling you can't either. You should try this at home. Try and make something different and make your own videos and post them online. Just make sure you tag us with Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We want to see you replicate some of these amazing meals and have a great time at home. We'll be taking a quick break and be back with more. Wake Up Nigeria continues after this.
Well, 2 hours, well, gone by already.
Yeah.
We have another 45 minutes to go. Wow, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Yeah. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, if you're joining us for the first time today, hello, you've missed quite a bit. But not to worry, there's still a little something left over just for you.
Yeah, the final block it gives you, equally amazing, almost an hour of amazing TV content.
Yeah.
And great food in the kitchen,
Chef Ben has
what
been
the chef is doing there.
doing some amazing work there.
Whatever it is, it's as long as it's frying, then
Woof, look at those tomatoes. The way he got the skin off that tomato is just really special. I'm going to try that at home. Definitely.
Some salt to taste.
Some salt bay there. Anyhow, now every single moment counts to us and of course to you. Every moment well thought out, every moment designed with you in mind. My name is Titilayo Oyinsong.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. You can stay right there with us because we're online right now. tvcentertainment.tv is the website. And you can also check us out on Facebook at TVC Connect.
You can also send in your comments, your contributions. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to see your videos as well. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Now, for more videos of the show, some videos that have to do either the kitchen or the motivation, just little clips and interviews and stuff like that with celebrities, you can find it on our YouTube channel. And that channel is TVC Entertainment.
Now, that way you can catch up with any of our past videos, with our fashion segments, the art segments. So many great things have happened on Wake Up Nigeria in the past, and it's some stuff you can really learn from them. So why not catch us there? And of course, you can also catch us on Fridays by 2:30 p.m. on Instagram Live for a little something extra.
Yeah. All right, so coming up on the show in a few minutes, we're going to be taking you on a trip around the world to the beautiful island of Bali in 180 seconds.
How about we take you on a trip around the world?
As businesses struggle to come back after the lockdown, Oluwatobi Ali, a business management consultant, author, certified Gold to Success coach, will be talking about the art of selling.
And then to some music. Oranti is an opera singer and crossover recording artist who's done quite a bit in many different areas, but she's got a unique and a very special voice.
Oh, so beautiful.
So that's a lockdown song.
You know, it was what's his name now? The Italian.
Pavarotti? Or who?
No. Oh God, his name skipped me now. He sang this song just at the beginning of lockdown when Italy. So he was in front of the cathedral in Milan or where, and then they had shots of different parts of the world. There was this. It was this shot from a drone from different parts, and he was Andrea Bellocci, I think. Yeah, and he gave this wonderful rendition of Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
Like, man. Like,
I wonder why this rendition we didn't see it.
So there are just some things that
like
should trend, but it's always
it should trend, right?
should trend. Like a song like this would have been very motivational to a lot of people.
It would have been. It would have been
during that time.
So it still brings me back to Sinachi's Waymaker and how much people were protesting and were singing the song. So it brought back a lot of memories. I still remember. Watching some movies and all of that about slave trade and all of that, and what they call the end spirituals, if you know what I mean, where the plantation, where the blacks come together and motivate themselves with gospel songs to get them go through and all of that. So when I saw some part of the protest and they were singing that song and all of that, it just took me back. This thing is really something that has to be addressed. It cannot just go forward. It can't. It has to be addressed.
It's
very deep.
Interesting. You should talk about that. So Oprah, on her own network, has started her own interviews with a lot of key people in American society, black individuals, authors, writers, very influential people, and maybe we should find some of those clips and talk about them maybe tomorrow. Some really powerful interviews talking about the way forward after all these protests are over, and whether these protests are actually as meaningful as they could be. There are a lot of protests that have happened in the past, and then things just fizzle out, and they don't want that to happen this time.
No, but this one is not going to happen at this point in time. There are a number of things, but it makes you understand. Look, at the end, I say we all bleed red. We all bleed red. I know something just happened. I was listening to Pastor, it was sermon. He actually had to go for another funeral while when he heard, while he was still mourning his wife. And then he said something. He said, "Look, we can't choose whether we're born black or white, or whether we're going to have blue eyes." He said even at times, even your weight that we can mostly control, at times some people cannot even control it. They eat small, they go big. Some people eat so much, they're very tiny. And so a life can be, but there's one thing that is constant all through. I mean, we all bleed red. I don't know. We all bleed red, man. So
it's a strange phenomenon, because we are Africans and we're seeing it with a different eye.
True.
Those who are in the eye of the storm.
The worst one, though, you forget this white. There's the other one that people are complaining about is Black American on African.
Oh yeah, that's
you know what?
So that one is just another this thing. But hey, Ibrahim is smiling. But
Ibrahim is
I know he might not want to share his thoughts on that, but he has to take the news now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, what I'm smiling at is the way you look. You look like one of my lecturers way back in school.
Hey, Ibrahim, do you have a vacancy card? Yeah, I always know that I can lecture. If I don't put this in here.
Well, let me just shock you. The man like woman too much. I don't know whether you're just like the same.
Oh, God, read the news, I beg.
The Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 403 new cases of COVID-19 overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 16,085. Of the new figure, Gombe State recorded the highest number of cases with 73, followed by Lagos with 68, and then Kano with 46. Edo recorded 36 cases, Abuja 35, Nasarawa 31, Kaduna 17, Oyo 16, Abia 15, Delta and Borno 13 each. Plateau has 8, Niger and Rivers 7 each, Enugu and Ogun 6 cases each, Kebbi 3, while Ondo, Anambra and Imo recorded 1 case each. A total of 5,220 people have been discharged, while the country has recorded 420 deaths. Agatu local government area in Benue State is again in crisis following the killing of 10 persons on Sunday. More than 20 people are also missing, while scores sustained injuries in the bloody communal conflict involving Egba, Adugbe and Adana communities. The attacks were executed with the help of mercenaries, some of whom have been arrested by troops of the military spike operation codenamed Operation Wellstroke. According to a community leader in the area who spoke on condition of anonymity, 2 communities, Egba and Adugbe, had mobilized their youths and also hired mercenaries who stormed Adana village when the people were preparing to head to church for Sunday service. The State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Catherine Nanani confirmed the attack, saying the police had recovered 3 corpses. To politics now. A day after the APC National Working Committee vetted his disqualification from the APC governorship primaries, Governor Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has paid a visit to his counterpart in River State, Governor Nyesom Wike. Details of the closed-door meeting at the Government House, Port Harcourt, are still unknown. But the visit comes amid rumors of his possible defection to the People's Democratic Party. And from River State, Governor Obaseki moved to the Government House in Akwa Ibom State, where he also held a closed-door meeting with Governor Udom Emmanuel. And outside Nigeria, the emerging details of the fatal police shooting of 27-year-old Richard Brooks in Atlanta has fueled debate over use of force, with a high-ranking Democrat saying the situation did not require the officer to take the deadly action. Atlanta's police chief resigned on Saturday, hours after the killing of a black man who had fallen asleep in his car while waiting in line at a fast food drive-through restaurant. Authorities said Richard Brooks resisted arrest and was shot during a struggle. Garrett Rolfe and Devin Bronson, the 2 officers involved in the fatal shooting of Brooks, were fired and placed on administrative duty. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating the shooting. And as a news update for today on Wake Up Nigeria, it's not
How about we take you on a trip around the world in exactly 3 minutes? This is 180 seconds, and today we are going to Bali. Bali is an island in Indonesia, located in the west of Java and the Lesser Sunda Islands. It is world-renowned for scenic rice terraces, fragrant cuisine, stunning beaches, and a galore of culture and tradition. The language spoken in Bali is called Balinese, and the people are also called Balinese. However, since the country is Indonesia, they are Indonesian people. Bali is Indonesia's main tourist destination, with a significant rise in tourism since the 1980s. The business of tourism makes up 80% of its economy. When it comes to leisure and adventure, Bali is a combination of both. It is the place where people from every corner of the world come to activate enjoyment. Woohoo! The island boasts of some of the best sunrises and sunsets, enough to captivate and entice you into never leaving this place. Home to the coral reefs of Tilambin, the mountain peaks of Kintamani, the beaches and scenic routes of Seminyak and Kuta, with ancient temples and traditional village life of Ubud. Bali's charm is boundless, as are its opportunities for fun. Balinese cuisine is very distinctive and diverse, but some food that you should try when visiting are babi guling, sambal goreng teri, and sate lilit, as many as other ones that you can try out. Looking forward to taking some breathtaking pictures? Bali is the paradise for ya. That's it on 180 seconds travel. And until next time, keep seeing the world.
Beautiful voice there, narrating that. I would love to go to Bali listening to that voice. A wonderful job there, Zainab. Bali. Yeah, let's make the money so that we can go there. Well, talking about money, we have Oluwatobi Ali, who is a dynamic speaker, business management consultant, author, and a US certified goal specialist with an international award in delivering training from the United Kingdom. Now, he'll be talking about the art of selling. Hello, Tobi Ali. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, we were sorting out just a few issues there. We will definitely get him on as soon as we can. Toby, once you can hear me and everything is okay, just bump straight into the discussion. Okay? All right, we're sorting that out. We went to Bali, and I know the cuisine and all of that. We had spoken about different things you can eat at different places, and I know that Indonesian food and all of that, we can take it here, most of those food. But it is nice when you go. I know some friends, some people who go, okay, not friends, some people that I'm acquainted with, who will travel to somewhere just to go taste cuisine of different places. And a number of people have always said that Bali is a wonderful place to go to. Let's start small. This is me saying that I would want to travel some days, also some places, make some money to travel there. But let's start with, let's say Olumo Rock or something. Abiyakuta. No, I'm serious. That one, Titi. Why? What's wrong with that? What's? Yes. Like,
that's like a destination. That's a destination, yo.
I know. When I mean start, I mean something closer to me. So if I go Olumo Rock, and then I can now go to, what's it now? Calabar, what's it now? Ogudu, yes. Cattle Ranch. And then maybe from there, you know, I can start, you know, little by little.
Beautiful locations.
Ghana, you know, go to Robben Island. And one day you say, hey, Titi, are you? I'm in Bali.
Well, definitely Chef Ben has taken us to a different location today with his meal. As you can see, he's plating up the shakshuka. And I would like you to watch that. He's really making it look so interesting. So what he's doing now is he's working with the avocado.
Please, what location is that, Titi? Is it taking us? Where's the food from?
What country? What country
it's a Mediterranean dish.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean.
The Mediterranean encompasses a whole lot. It's too wide.
Yeah, so it's...
Where exactly in the Mediterranean?
The whole of Mediterranean. It's indigenous to the cuisine, but it has been adopted by the American cuisine.
Oh.
You know, every cuisine have a little spice to the original recipe.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same thing I've also done this morning, to add a little twist.
So I know that the bread, the baguette is French.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Adding avocado to any meal is very Spanish.
Yeah.
Very Spanish.
Yeah.
Right?
So
and
it's more like a fusion of different countries. And yeah, we have Nigeria on the plate as well.
Of course.
Efirin.
Efirin. Yes. Okay, so Mike.
What's Efirin?
Efirin is a scent leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, scent leaf.
Yeah.
That thing that they used to use on, you know,
Mike,
garnish.
it seems like our guest is also admiring our food. You guys have a discussion that you started earlier.
He's back. Hello, Toby Ali.
Yeah,
Can you
how
hear
you
me?
doing?
Okay, fire down. We don't have so much time, but thank God that we've sorted out everything on your end. So let's talk about business. You were talking to me about your profile and what you do. What stands you out? What makes you unique? There's something you said that I would just love you to talk about now.
Well, I think for me, what makes me different is I'm actually passionate about what I do. I kind of like to think outside of the box, try to think about a more practical approach to anything that I'm doing actually. Like even the discussion you guys are having about this island, I'm already thinking of how much I need to sell to be able to go to those islands and eat those foods you guys are mentioning.
This guy. The art of selling. Selling is something now, I like the way you think. The selling is something that doesn't come so easy to everybody. For some people, it's natural, but it's something that a number of people, experts have said that everybody in the world needs to learn how to sell. Is that statement valid? And what do you have to tell us about the art of selling?
Yeah, so basically, like you mentioned, this is a skill everyone needs. So whether you want to sell yourself, whether you want to, sell a product, you want to sell a service, this is one skill set that is highly important. Even as a broadcaster, one of the reasons people are buying into you, tuning into your station, liking your personality is because to a very large degree, you've been able to sell yourself, to people, a piece of your life that people are willing to keep watching, over and over again. So some of the things that people actually need to realize that is different about the art of selling is, it's not just about your product, it's not just about your service. There are some key things that are important when it comes to selling. So I like to define selling first and foremost as the art of communicating value in order to receive a preferred value. What I mean by communicating value is this. Sometimes people just bring a product, they want to shove it in your face, a service, they want to shove it in your face, but it's not really about that. It's about communicating the value of what you have to offer in order to receive the preferred value. And what I mean by preferred value is sometimes some people try to sell something and at the end of the day, what they get is, oh, thank you, God bless you. And that's a value that somebody has, given, but that might not be what they want. What they want actually might be money. What they want might be a referral. What they want, might be, a particular kind of exchange of, value. So it is an art. And what I mean by an art is anything that has an art actually has some elements that are very important for that to be added into it, for it to lead to, the targeted result. Can I just go on?
Yeah, you can, man. I don't feel like stopping you. Go on. Go on.
All right. So some of the important things to look out for in, selling is this. If you look at what's on my screen over here, there are like 4 key things. There's something that is 40%, there's something that is 60%, there's something 80%, and there's something 100%. Now, many times people think it's, they are thinking about how much they are going to make from that person. They are thinking about, what they are going to get from that person. But that part actually is one of the smallest parts. One of the most important things in selling is you communicate value. And when I'm talking about communicating value, 80% of what you want to find out is understanding what the buyer needs. So for instance, somebody who doesn't need what you have, no matter how wonderful your product is, the person is not going to be interested. And even if the person needs it, but you are not being able to communicate to that person in a way that makes the person see that what you have to offer is what they actually need, there's no way you are going to sell. So something very important in the art of selling is this. You have to communicate value. You also have to understand the buyer's needs. And more importantly, this is a mistake many people make. You do not sell a product, you don't sell a service, you sell a solution. No one is just interested in something because of its functionality or something because of how tech it looks. What they are really interested in is if it's able to help them solve a problem, if it's able to help them solve a problem. And once you are able to help people solve a problem, whether it's lockdown, whether it's on lockdown, the truth is people will be willing to, exchange value in terms of what you actually need. Because right now, I hear a lot of people say stuff like, there's no money, there's no money. Do you actually know that even in this lockdown now that it's been eased off, there are people who are smiling to the bank? And why? Because it's even the same businesses, same services they are rendering, but they've been able to tweak their communication in such a way that it is what the people want to hear, and it is what can help the people solve their problems.
Exactly. Now,
I mean?
Toby, we have to round up in a bit, but I would want us to continue the discussion. But there's something now that you said communication, which is the key, the link, something that you add between when you have a product, when you have value. Because I know some people that have value, and then there's the end consumer. But the problem is that they cannot communicate how important that product is, so the end consumer doesn't understand.
Exactly.
How communication, that gap, which I know a number of people, how does one solve the communication problem? Very, very fast, please.
Yeah. So when it even comes to the communication, for instance, what they need to look out for, there are three key things that are important that the buyer actually needs. The first thing is your product able to make them money? Is it able to save them money? Or is it able to make them look like they have money? If you understand what I mean. So for instance, some things are articles of ostentation. Some people buy them because it makes them look like they have money. Some buy it because, or they buy into it because it makes them money. That one, in fact, is a killer right now. Any product that can help people make money right now, people will be interested in it, and you need to communicate that. Now, some people, it's not even just about money. So there are three, like I said. The first one is money. The second thing is time. Is your product, your service, your person, even if it's a job offer that you are trying to propose yourself, does it help save people time? Does it cut down on the process of time? Does it cut down on, their production, in terms of how long it can take? And very importantly also, the third one is convenience. So
convenience, okay, let's end it there. Money, time, convenience. Toby,
if it is something that
we have to end it here. Money, time, convenience.
Then it's important.
I like this guy. I like this guy, Toby. This is not the end of this discussion. Money, time, convenience, let's end it there. The next time we'll expatiate on these three characters that you just named about. Thank you so much for coming in on the show this morning and talking to us about the art of selling. Now I feel like I can tell. Thank you so much, Toby. We'll continue this. All right, okay, so, wow, great guy, yeah? We'll take this short time out now. When we get back, of course, the final guest of the day. Don't go away.
Welcome back. Now it's time for us to have a conversation with our guest.
Yeah, our final guest this morning, that's Roti, an opera and crossover recording artist. Quite versatile in folk, jazz, and in pop music as well.
Yeah, she's won several awards to her name, and her debut folk recording was called Iwekiko. It was such a hit, and she was away for a while studying chemical engineering at Illinois Institute of Technology, but she left to focus fully on music and her career.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's joining us this morning. I think maybe we should take Iwekiko for just maybe like 10 seconds while we're establishing our audio with her.
Yeah.
But it's.
Can you hear us?
Okay, we don't have that. But let's see what.
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is good. Excellent.
Hi guys, how are you?
Fine. It's great to see you.
I think my signal or something's not quite.
Say it again.
Point, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't see us because we have actual studio cameras on us, not a webcam. So that's probably why you feel a little off. But we can see you and hear you loud and clear. How's it been? How was the lockdown for you, Ronti?
The lockdown has been interesting. It's been a little tough. Definitely not for the faint-hearted, but I think it's been a huge, life lesson. Just a good time to just learn and be a student of life. So much has happened, and just happy to be alive and learn.
All right.
Amazing. We saw the video that you did. With the Amazing Grace song that you did with the empty streets of Lagos, taking different locations in Lagos with empty streets and just a few cars. And we thought it was quite remarkable and also quite deep and spiritual. Talk to us about what that song meant to you, especially during this time when you did that video and sang the song.
I'm so sorry that didn't come through. I think Titi, you might have to repeat what you said. Sorry.
Okay, so basically we saw a video of you performing at the Falomo, under the Falomo Bridge in Lagos.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us about that video and how that came to be.
Yeah, so I mean, it was one of those opportunities that came up when everything was very bleak and just seemed very, low, and we're all locked in at home. And somebody had this idea from Arising News to do something very similar to what Andrea Bocelli had done in an Italian live stream concert about a week before that. And so we said, why not do one for Nigeria? And so I sang. I went into the studio and recorded my version of Amazing Grace and sang that for Nigeria, because we definitely will overcome COVID-19, and we need all the grace we can get and all the prayers we can get.
That's amazing, and I mean, it was, people really responded to that. It was a really good one. Yeah. And anyway, but one of the things I wanted to ask also is, for an opera singer especially, you sing in front of large audiences, and usually to rousing applause and things like that. So typically for you, during this lockdown period, and it's been actually quite long, do you crave that live performance with a large audience? What is it like for you, and is this something that you're looking forward to seeing again?
Okay, so I missed the ending part of your question, but basically, I think you're asking about the impact of this lockdown on someone who has been on stage. My work is mainly on stage.
Yeah.
And definitely, the lockdown has changed a lot of plans for me and many musicians like me, because we derive our means of livelihood from people watching us live. And that connection with our audience, especially for opera, you're acting in front of an audience, and that whole energy and everything it's been tough not to be able to do that. In fact, I had a show for May 24th that couldn't happen, an opera at the Muson Center. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Do I see us returning to normal? I hope I'm getting the question right. Yeah, because I'm an optimist. So yeah, I do see us getting things together. I do see light at the end of this tunnel, for sure.
All right. Okay, so I know that we can't wait to see you back on stage, Ronti. But then, for those that haven't seen that first video, I think that you put out, Iwekiko, let's play a little bit of that for them. Oh, beautiful song there.
Very nice. And also looking forward to seeing kids back in uniform as
well. Going to school.
It's been many months. Looking forward to a lot of things, actually.
That song was produced by Kobams, if I'm not mistaken. Ronti, can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you say that the song was produced by Kobams.
Was that, am I right? Am I right about that? It sounds...
Okay, but I didn't get the song title.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about Iwekiko.
Iwekiko, yes.
Okay.
Iwekiko was produced by Cobams. Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Iwekiko was produced by Cobams. Bamiwo was produced by Cobams.
Okay. So, so the messages or the message in that song was quite a powerful one. But I know that it's an old folk song. So why bring an old folk song back, you know, as quickly as possible? Why did you bring that back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a classical singer, so I do a lot of very old music. That's just like my forte. So I'm doing like Mozart from, you know, maybe just a long time ago. I did pieces from 1700, 1800, 1900s. So why not bring back our own, even though it's only from maybe the 1900s? Why not bring back an oldie but goodie, so that we can have some nostalgia and just enjoy it in a new way? And it was actually Cobam's idea. It was genius, I would say, if I must say myself.
All right, as we're rounding off this morning, what should we be looking forward to for the rest of the year from Ronti?
What should we look forward to from Ronti for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so looking forward for me, I've just released an uplifting number called Run Like the Wind. So earlier in the year, I had released There Is a Fire. So I just hope to do more studio work and probably some more contemporary work, just because I feel like we need as many people to hear this message of hope. So I will be crossing over my genres for the rest of the year, doing some classical recordings, doing some more contemporary recordings. But in the meantime, please check out There's a Fire, Run Like the Wind. Those are like, it's like they were written for this lockdown period.
Sounds great.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Ronti.
Thank you, guys. Sorry about the technical
All right. So if
so
Ronti
much
was in the studio here with us, she would have probably followed us
to the kitchen. But we're going there to check out what our chef has been. Well, you've been busy.
I'm really excited. I held myself back from tasting it, but I'm going to do that this time.
I'll block you for that. You're supposed to pass it to me. So, Chef Ben has got... what now? This is bread and shaku shaku.
No, not shaku shaku. Okay, so it's 1 pot avocado shakshuka served with garlic bread. So it has a tomato base sauce. So you need something crunchy to, everything is, you know, soft, but the garlic bread is going to give you that crunchy thought and that heat.
Nice.
So, Yomi and Titi, for the hard work you guys have done this morning.
Thank you.
Yomi, you've got the golden
stuff. So it's more like we've traveled around different countries.
For it.
You've got the golden stuff.
All right.
So
We're definitely going to go for it with this. It looks and smells amazing.
Thank you very much.
And I have a feeling we're going to have a great breakfast today, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Chef Ben.
People don't know Desi food.
A big thank you to all our guests for joining us on the show.
We have to wrap up. I can't talk with my mouth full. Mike. But big shout out to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. We appreciate you. And everyone who tuned in today, we love you too.
Yeah, we're going to be back for the Tuesday edition of the show. That's tomorrow.
6 a.m. You don't want to miss what we have. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right.